looks appealing.
There's something about it.
Mathematically nice.
It works, yeah. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Your first MMVAs,
Yeah.
right?
Hey, guys.
Hey!
This is scary. Oh, my God.
And how's your year going? I mean, you have such a massive presence online. It's pretty incredible. And the last few years have been especially busy. So how are you feeling with everything that's been happening?
Actually, on the way here, my song went number 19, which it entered top 20 at US Radio, which is awesome. And so I was kind of on a high on the way here, and I was so excited. So
Congrats.
Thank you so much. It's been really exciting. We've just been working the record. It's Home With You is our single right now, and it's just been so much fun. I've been in a million different cities this year. I've got to see the world, and it's been really cool. And then I'm working on my next single right now, and an album will follow shortly, and then another tour.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Where are you going to tour? Do you know?
All over. I didn't really go to Australia or Brazil or anywhere like that last time. I only did European and U.S. So I'm gonna go everywhere else. And I was here, so Canada too, I guess.
Do you find your fans similar everywhere?
No. Oh, my gosh. In Europe, they are so excited. I mean, the U.S. is great, too, but I feel like in the U.S., in places like New York and L.A., the kids who came to see me in New York are like, this is awesome, but I saw someone last night, too. You know what I mean? And in somewhere like Brussels, for example, they haven't seen somebody in months, so they're just so excited, and their energy is just so high, and it's awesome. I mean, both are amazing, but it's in Europe, they're just so excited.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really dope.
Questions? Yes. Hey there. How's it going?
Hi.
We'll get you a mic.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm so deaf.
Ellie from Celeb Mix, and I just wanted to know, how would you describe your EP to anyone who hasn't listened to it yet?
My EP was kind of my way of being this is who I am. This is a tasting of everything that I'm really into. So I tried to make it super diverse. I didn't want it to sound like one concept. I wanted it to be okay, this is literally how my brain works. I'm constantly in different music genres. I'm listening to literally every single genre of music there is. So I just wanted people to understand that I have a wide taste, I guess, and that I could kind of play around with stuff. And I also did it just kind of experiment. This is my first project that I put out, so it was kind of a way for me to be what's gonna stick? What do people really like when I do? My song Tyler Durden is one of a lot of people's favorites, which to me, that was my song that I put on only for my own sanity because I loved it so much. I didn't think anything was gonna happen with it, and people come up to me all the time being I love that song. So it just was kind of a way for me to be what's gonna stick? What are people gonna like? So that's really what the EP was all about for me.
Perfect. Thank
Are you a big Fight Club fan?
I am.
Yeah? Nice.
It was also made the year I was born, which is slightly embarrassing.
What? Oh.
Slightly embarrassing, but also cool, and that's why I love the movie.
It's amazing.
Your hand was up, I saw. Or no?
Go for it.
Yes, you.
So
sorry.
Throughout a lot of your music, As She Pleases, it's everywhere. This idea of female empowerment, being a strong girl. So I just want to know, what does girl power mean to you?
Oh, I'm actually speaking about that tonight on the stage when I present. But it means everything to me. I feel like we live in such a cool time right now where women are finally being treated as the badasses that they've always been, and I feel like it's being really recognized, and it's cool to be somebody who's in the space promoting that. And I feel like people like Ariana Grande, who just did a performance at the VMAs with 50 women, all different races, sexes, whatever. I feel like it just really, to me as a fellow artist, it just makes me be okay, this is really happening, and it's really awesome to see. And I just think it's every year we're progressing more and more, and I think as women we should all be lifting each other up, and always, I just, it makes me sad when I see other girls tearing down other girls, because I'm you're making it okay for guys to do it. We should all have each other's back, and we should be an army together, and I think that everyone should be accepted for who they are.
Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you.
Sam? Just behind you there, Carolyn? Sam?
Sorry.
Woo. Thanks.
Hey, Madison.
Hey.
Hey, it's Sam from Virgin Radio. I just wanted to know, you got a lot of your starts doing YouTube covers. Mm-hmm. Of course, you got noticed by Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
It's really saturated right now with content creators on YouTube who are trying to get noticed. So what advice would you give to a young singer who's trying to break through?
Well, when I posted my YouTube video, it was seriously, I feel like at the time where the only person that it ever happened to was Justin Bieber. So for me, it was I didn't post that video to get discovered or to be famous or whatever. I literally posted it solely because I love to sing, and I just got my braces off a week before, and I was I need to be out there. And I was so excited to get behind a camera, and I did one take of it, and I uploaded it, and I actually remember being in a math support class and being hey, 5 of my friends who are bad at math as well, look at my video, it just hit 100 views, and then 2 nights later was when Justin tweeted it out. So I don't know, I feel like you just have to believe in yourself more than being oh, I hope someone discovers me, because it's you drive your own ship. You could do whatever you want. You don't need somebody to you know, because I didn't expect this to happen. It kind of just fell in my lap. I'm a random kid from Long Island. Like, this was not something that was, you know, planned. So it's just, I feel like everyone should just do their own thing. And being an independent artist, I feel like I'm still, to this day, trying to, like, be an example of that, like, you could do whatever you want, and you could literally, like, you don't need anyone. You got this. Like, that's just my advice to them.
It's actually a little bit punk rock. I came up in the punk community many years ago. I'm very old. But the way that YouTube works now, there's something a little bit do-it-yourself and punk to the way that anybody can just do it.
Yeah, no, I think it's really cool. I feel like everyone can just literally sit behind their phone and record a video and upload, and I think it's cool that everyone's, like, so supportive of each other as well.
Yeah.
It's really sick.
Rudy, and then you?
How you doing? Oh, way back here.
Sorry, I'm, like, so blind.
That's okay. They got me way back here today, so that's all right. If there was one song that you've heard and you loved and said, damn, I wish I wrote that song, what song would it have been?
Honestly, it would be Instant Crush by Daft Punk. That's like one of my favorite songs ever. Yeah, that would be that song I could listen to maybe 600 times and never get old of it. Like, it's the best song ever. Or I feel like Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger is kind of a basic answer, but like, that song, I'm Sorry, is still like one of the best songs ever made. Anything Daft Punk, I'm obsessed with them. So Daft Punk, if you're watching,
Nice.
call me, please.
And last question.
Thanks. Charles Strapunski, Brief Take. You're an independent artist without a major label, and also that you sourced your fans to get sort of to pick your single.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You're doing so much for the future of music. What do you think sort of is the next big thing in that regard?
I feel like being independent. I feel like so many artists that are up and coming right now that I'm friends with or are my peers, and they're just like, you are my role model, and that feels so cool to me. And I feel like there's this weird line right now with social media, how it's like, how many followers do you have to be considered famous now? Is it 10,000? Is it 1 million? So it's like there's no boundaries at this point, that I feel like it's like you don't need a record label and you don't need a celebrity cosign. You really just need to, like, believe in yourself and keep driving it. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like I know people in towns that would consider somebody with 10,000 followers really famous, and some in LA it would be like nothing. So it's like, just don't care about that. It's like, you have to just do your thing and, like, enjoy it and just make music if that's what you want to do. And I meet so many people who will be like, oh, I started singing because of you, or I have confidence to post YouTube covers because of you, and that just makes me so happy. Like, I just want everyone to do what they love, and, you know, trolls are mean, but like, just keep going.
Well said. Well, thank you very much. Also,
Thank
how
you.
weird does it feel when you get your braces off? It took
So
me like a
weird,
month. Your
right?
teeth feel like plasticine.
I know.
Yeah.
And you would think having no braces your whole life would, you know, not make it feel weird, but they feel like, like gum or something.
It took me months
Bad
to get
memories.
used to it. Yeah.
Don't bring
Sorry
it
about
back.
that.
Yeah, you're bringing back bad
Sorry
memories.
to end on a bad note. Thank you very much
guys.
for being here, and
Thank
thanks
you
for
so
doing the press
much.
room.
Thank you.
Madison Beer. Woo. Thank you.